Good afternoon, Flosstube. It's Lori of MischievousStitches. I want to welcome all of you to my channel today. I'm very glad that you stopped by to visit with me. And woo, is today going to be a hot one. That old weatherman said it's supposed to be somewhere around 111 today here with the heat index. So we've got all the curtains closed. This video is a little more dim than normal because I've got the shears, the curtains closed in front of you, and all the lights off in the house. We're still getting, good lighting, but at the same time, keep no cooked meals in the oven today, just whatever we can do to keep it cool. And so I plan to spend the rest of my afternoon and evening in the house, maybe sewing, stitching in the quiet moments. And I want to share with you what I got done this week. So when I filmed last weekend, I shared with everyone that my husband was having a procedure on Tuesday, and I think I understated it a little bit because it is indeed more than just a procedure. He had a serious surgery, and we just come home yesterday. And being in the hospital all week, we just kind of crashed when we got home. Not just him, but me. He does need my care. We're just having to change a little bit of things up in the house to make it comfortable for him, but where I can still get to him easily. Something new for me, but I'm going to learn to be the best nurse that I can be here in the house because he's very important to me, but he's doing well. Thanks for all of you, or to all of you that reached out and offered the prayers and text messages, calls, flowers. I was just amazed by the outpouring of support, and I want to thank every one of you for your love and the kindness. He's doing very well. He has a very positive attitude. I may share in a coming video at some point what's going on, but as of right now, I want to wait till some of the test results and things are going on so I can be more accurate in what I say. So being in the hospital this week, it's very hard for someone like me that's always at work or always on the go or always busy to sit, to be still, to listen. In this situation, I don't like the situation we were in, but at the same time, what I needed in life right now was to sit and to listen and to be still, just to recenter myself. And that's kind of happened. I think you can probably, if you've watched me over the past few videos, work stress is very high. There's another stress, but it's a different type of stress. I'm just stepping into a role that I need to be in right now, and I'm fine with that. And I'm gonna do, as I said, my best job to be a nurse for a little bit. And I'm at peace too. So again, I think that's due to all those prayers and all those well wishes, and I want to thank you all one more time. So while in the hospital, right before he went into the hospital, I can't remember, and I didn't go back and watch the video. So if you've seen this, I apologize, but I'm going to share it again if I did. This is our Flop Rocks. I can't remember if I finished this up Sunday or Monday. This is a Barefoot Needlearts design. I stitched it with 2 strands of thread over 2 linen threads, and this is a 28 count Peach Rose by Swigert. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this yet. I think I wanted to put it into a project bag. I'll need to find the perfect fabric, which I love to go on the hunt for, and I look forward to turning this into something beautiful. So I'm pretty sure in my last video I shared that my friend Kylie come over last weekend. We did a lot of crafting and just bag making and thread ball making. And so after the video and after she left, I sat down and used all of our scrap fabrics, and I cut out several more for thread bowls, and I went ahead and most of them and took our scraps from the Pellon and went ahead and backed most of them. I still have a little bit of that scrap Pellon to go through, but the size that we had left over is going to be perfect for pin pillows and these thread bowls and things like that. And so I got those ready so I can sit down in the moments that Clint's resting and sew up a few things. So I did go out on Monday. His appointment was Tuesday. His surgery, I'm sorry, was Tuesday. And so on Monday, I went out and did the grocery shopping for the next 2 weeks so that I don't have to run, there's no need for me to run out for anything. And while out, I did pick up more Pellon, and I bought the cutest fabric. So I did get a couple yards of this, and I picked it up from Hobby Lobby, our local Hobby Lobby, and I just really loved it. So this would be my inner fabric and my outer fabric. And I'm gonna be cutting out the template. I was gonna do it yesterday, but like I said, staying in the hospital all week, it was not necessarily boring, but I had to sit still. And I did take my stitching with me, which I'll share with you a couple things I worked on. But that was difficult. It's difficult to sit. And so I thought I was gonna come home yesterday. He got released yesterday morning, which was Saturday. And I thought, I'm gonna come home and I've got all these things set out to do, the template's cut, and while he's resting, because you don't rest in a hospital, they checked on him once every hour during the day from like 7 a.m. to p.m. And then from the opposite of that was 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. They were in there every 2 hours. So not only did Clint not rest, I didn't rest. And our children, we did talk with them prior and asked, because they both had small children, I said, you know, your dad, you know, you're grown, you're gonna do what you wanna do, but your dad knows you love him, and I would rather you not come into the hospital where there's lots of sick people, and I don't want them to pick up anything to take to the grandkids. So all of them listened to me with that, and they did call and check and FaceTime with us every day. But they stayed home, but they all, the girls and their children and husbands showed up to show their love yesterday, and it really wore my husband out. And I had no idea how tired I was, and we just both kind of crashed, but it was so wonderful to be home. And I said a whole spiel just to say that I didn't get any of this done yesterday. So I may not get any done for the next video, but I'm gonna try to work on it because he's resting now. That's why I'm filming, he's resting now. So this is one of the things I'm gonna do. I had plans, there's some other fabric. Well, this is the other fabric. I don't know if I've shared that before. I had ideas, and back in April, I had a friend come in to visit, hello Christine, and I was gonna gift her with a project bag, and I worked really long hours that week and never got a chance to finish those up. Same with this, so I have them here. I'm gonna cut the templates out for the bags in a little bit, and hopefully I'll have a bag to share with you next week. So what else did I work on in the hospital? I did take my piece, it's by the Artsy Housewife, it's called Gorgeous. It is a shop model for Barefoot Needlearts, and I got it finished. It's littler, it's smaller than I thought it would be, but it's so beautiful. When I first started stitching it, the fabric choice was my own. I can't remember the name of the fabric, but it was from my stash. I pulled my own threads. I used the DMC. I think the pattern uses the Fancy Flosses. But when I started, I was like, I don't understand why the name Gorgeous is in the teacup. I'm gonna leave it out. But leaving it out makes the teacup look like a beige blob. I didn't like that either, and I thought, well, I'll loosely chart maybe some stylized flowers or just some lines in the cup, and I decided against it after stitching that bird's face. She's beautiful. The shading around the eye, the different colors in the beak, it's just a beautiful bird. And I had already got the okay to leave the name off. And then when I realized how beautiful she was, Gorgeous suits this bird beautifully. So I'm happy to have this finished up. And so when I finished it, which took me on and off most of the week because I took it with me to the hospital, I picked up this piece that I started a couple of months ago, and I can't show you, but I can show you the pattern cover. It's a kit, and it's by Wonderland Crafts. It doesn't say it on the package cover. I will leave a link to it down below in the description box. But I worked on this heavily on and off yesterday as Clint rested. I sat and stitched and washed clothes from the week and just kind of tidied up. And in those moments in between all of that, I worked on this. So this is the pattern, the kit cover. And I've really enjoyed this year. This is not the first wooden piece I've stitched. It's like the second or third. The perforated paper. I am really enjoying these other forms, these other mediums of stitching on. I'm really enjoying it. For some reason, when I pull the colors, I don't know if I just didn't have but a few moments to get it started, what my reasoning was for, but I only had like half of the threads pulled in on a ring. And I stitched through what I had, and I'm thinking, there's no way I'm missing like 8 colors. All the thread I have upstairs, there's no reason. And again, I just, for whatever reason, only pulled like half the colors. So I pulled them all last night, and per Murphy's Law, there was just one that I was missing. There's always just one that I'm missing with almost everything I get up. And I'm gonna just match it to something I have. Pull out my DMC conversion book and just color match it to something else. But anyway, I was hooked yesterday when I picked this one back up. Now when it's finished, it has another piece that goes on the back so that I can hide my back. So it's gonna be like this. Yeah, like this. So it'll be a little thicker. And then this piece, actually I've got it backwards. This piece has a little, I guess you would call this etching or scroll work on the back. It's gonna make it so beautiful. So it's a little thicker than you might think because there's 2 pieces, and the kit also comes with this thread, and I'm not sure what type of thread this is, but that's what I'll use to go around these edges. See the smaller holes? So of course it's a thread keep, and it is numbered, but the thread keep, the colors will go here, and then I will be stitching around the inner and outer part of the heart with this thread that they supplied. So this is the only thread in the kit. So with the kit, you're gonna get the pattern, the thread I just showed you. It came with a needle for this one, and it's inside if you see that. And then these 2 pieces here. And so I just supplied the thread. So as soon as the video is off, from then until Clint wakes up again, I'm going to work on this piece. What else did I do? That's it. That's all I did this week. I did a lot of planning in my mind of what I want to do. I so enjoyed having Kylie over last weekend that I hope to plan something like that again soon with the same friend or another friend. I just really enjoyed having her over and bouncing ideas and being creative, spending a day to be creative. And I did want to apologize, my 2 last giveaway winners for these pieces. I wrote the name down on something with all our creating last weekend. My post-it of who got what come off. I did get an email from someone, I believe it was for the pollinator piece, but the name in the email, she didn't mention her handle name, so I'm thinking it's the pollinator piece, but I'm not sure, so I've got to rewatch those videos to jot down who the winners were. And then, like I said, I said all that again to say, I'm sorry I haven't already gotten these out. It has been a little crazy with my husband and having surgery last minute, that kind of thing. So I will get them out in the mail probably Monday or Tuesday of this week to both of the winners for those, and I apologize. And as far as the giveaways, this is the last of the giveaways that we have that I had to share with for October House, and this one was just one of my own. And I want to thank all of you that submitted for those. That was great fun, asking questions of everyone and getting the feedback and the answers and the stories. I enjoy reading your comments. Sometimes I just say thank you or happy stitching, but I read every one. I enjoy it. And again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.